All right, and so this year, once again, we're back how it was last year. Having our events virtual, so really, there's no excuse for no one not to be present. So let's give it to you like that. But anyway, with that said, I hope that you all will be able to join um, um, our student awards banquet in February. I really do miss being in person, but we know with these new variants are popping up, we have to be safe. And of course, like Ms. Wanda just stated, uh, with the Fair Housing Summit. So, with that said, we do need to vote on that tonight for
I
those two
will.
days.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Charlie.
Yes, for those two months, February and April.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we cancel our monthly meetings in both February and April in order to encourage all commissioners to attend those two events.
Thank you. There's a motion on the floor by Commissioner Price. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, second by Commissioner Preble. I'm sorry, Vice Chair Thompson.
Aye.
Thank you. Vice Chair Wiggins.
Aye.
Thank you. Uh, Commissioner Price.
Aye.
Commissioner Preble.
Aye.
And Chair Leak is aye as well. Any discussion? Any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you so much. The next piece is that I'm going to allow Commissioner Wiggins to speak in regards to she's taking advantage of a mediation training, and that was sent out by Ms. Wanda to all the commissioners. If you all chose to or desire to take this mediation training, so I'm going to take time at this time to allow Commissioner Wiggins, because that's actually where she's at this evening, as well this week, participating in that mediation training, and just to lift up some information that she probably could share with us as well. Commissioner Wiggins.
Thank you, Chair Lee, and want to thank you for the opportunity to have to attend this training. It has been exciting. It's a lot of material, and I'm also attending the training with Drashonda and Eleanor, and it has given us a chance to become better acquainted, since we will be working closely together. And with what I am learning is how to conduct mediations. And so my goal is to be able to come back and to support the work that we're doing with the NDO, in whatever other capacity I can use the training that I'm receiving. It is a 40+ hour training. We attended a training on Saturday prior to coming here, a 6-hour virtual training. And Carlin, thank you so much for coordinating everything. It was a lot, but thank you so much for taking care of that for us. The training is being led by Andy Little, and Andy is an attorney, and he is very experienced, very knowledgeable in procedure and statutes, and learning how to conduct mediations and how to be impartial, and to understand that bringing two individuals together or two parties together to help bring a resolve is what we will be doing as we continue this work in the community. So I was somewhat, I didn't know what to expect really, but I tell you today, I think everyone has kind of settled in, and we're able to create dialogue. We are 19 individuals in a large capacity room, and we are the 3 non-attorneys in the room. We are supported or joined by 2 judges, I believe, and the rest are attorneys, and they come from various parts of North Carolina. So we will conclude our training on this Friday. There is an exam that we started working on today, and we'll conclude that on tomorrow. We do simulations, learning how to conduct those mediation. So I am excited to wrap up, but I'm all eager to come back and be able to be a support to the commission. So again, thank you, Wanda, for the opportunity to take this training. And if the opportunity arises, I would encourage commissioners to take advantage if the opportunity come again. It is always something good to have resources to be able to support the work of the commission. As I stated earlier, it is always more work to do in our community than it is bodies to do the work. So if the opportunity presents again, I encourage you to take this training. It will be very beneficial to you as we continue this journey together. Again, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Wanda, you have a comment?
Chair Leak, yes, thank you. I was just going to say that at the end of this training, Commissioner Wiggins and Drashanta and Eleanor will be eligible to be certified mediators. And so it'll just be a matter of getting that certification, reduced to writing, and having their certificate. And so I'm so proud of them because it is intense training. And so I'm very proud of the three of them for being willing to go through it. And especially with Shanta and Eleanor, I mean, they've only been here a month and they're already, they really hit, I don't mean to laugh at y'all ladies. I'm so not laughing at you. I am laughing with you, but I am very proud of you and the fact that you've hit the ground running the way you have. It says a lot. And so I'm very happy that you all are taking this on, and we greatly appreciate you for doing that. And also Iris McKnight and Adolfo Briceño, they also have that certification as well. So they can certainly relate to how intense it is. And it's very serious stuff, but it's excellent, excellent training. And so it'll be beneficial for the hearing board too, Commissioner Wiggins, because I do believe you serve on the Human Relations Commission's hearing board. So it'll be helpful for the hearing board in terms of hearing cases that pertain to fair housing, that pertain to employment, and that also pertain to public accommodations.
And I've gotten to know Drashanda and Eleanor, and just seeing their different personalities. Drashanda she's a social butterfly, and which is great. And she's been able to network and share and learn from everyone here. And Eleanor she says she's quiet, just a teeny weeny bit, but we're going to have dinner together this evening. And so I'm looking forward to spending some time and getting to know them better.
All right. Well, since y'all did not invite us to dinner, we're going to have to hear it with this meeting then. That's a joke. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Commissioner Wiggins, for representing the commission, also Eleanor and Drashana as well. Thank you so much for representing the staff also. All right. The next thing I do want to say is the commission was copied right this month in regards to Chairperson Romaine's request for the affordable housing in our local communities. Is that correct?
Yes, they were copied on his request for a letter of support from all of the local commissions from across the state, which is basically the North Carolina Human Relations Commission's resolution to the governor stating support from across all of the HRCs with respect to affordable housing and human relations work in general. And so I think that is what you're referencing. And
correct.
We have the draft letter if you would like to show that to the commission for them to vote on and approve.
Correct. Exactly. Well, I want to make it clear that everyone was able to be on that email. So the email was sent out last week, and so we do have a draft letter, and I want you all to see that letter, and we're going to if the commission approves this letter, then we will make sure this letter is given to Chairperson Romaine. And just let you all know that I have been in a meeting with Chairperson Romaine as well, Wanda, as well, last year. So we have been able to build a relationship together. So And whenever there is a motion, we can entertain a motion from a commissioner to approve this letter. Or if you believe we should be some adjustments to the letter, just let us know.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept it as is, to accept this letter as it stands. I think it's really well written. Good job.
I'll second that motion.
All right, thank you. It was motion by Commissioner Price, second by Commissioner Preble. Commissioner Vice Chair Thompson.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Wiggins.
Aye.
Commissioner Preble.
Aye.
Commissioner Price.
Aye.
Chair Leak is aye. Any discussion? Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. Thank you so much. We'll make sure that this letter is given to Chairperson Romaine. So I did wanted to update you all on that as well in regards to our letter of endorsement for support for that. The next thing is the NDO Ad Hoc Committee Subcommittee update. Look, I apologize. I was wanting to be on that call last week, but every time when this committee is meeting at 4 o'clock, I'm either on another call with my full-time job or I'm in a training or such. So with that said, Ms. Wanda, I'm going to, if it's appropriate, can I defer this to Commissioner Price because he chairs this committee. So Commissioner Price, if you can update us on this NDO Ad Hoc Committee update, because what I do not want to do is be give some information that I am not privy to. So Commissioner Price.
Sure, no problem. So work on the committee continues to go well. We did have on the subcommittee, we did have one person drop from the subcommittee. So we have reached out to the alternates that were identified, but Director Ellen Eberhaz, as I understand, we haven't heard back from the alternates yet. Is that correct? Okay. So we are still hoping to hear back from them, but we are continuing forward. We've had a little bit of attendance problem, but not too bad. We definitely have several people on there who are very committed to the cause, who are very excited, who are very energetic, and so it is definitely still being driven and moving forward. In that vein, we have agreed that in February's meeting, which is next week, that we've asked all of our focus groups, which is the level below the subcommittee, to come to that meeting with something a little bit more concrete, either in ideas for proposals that the focus groups want to make, for the eventual letter of recommendation that would go to our committee first and then to City Council. Or if they do not have proposals yet, or if they haven't hit that point, to open ideas to the larger subcommittee to brainstorm a little bit more, to maybe like break down any barriers that we're hitting in making advances. So yeah, I feel some of the focus groups are doing very well, have some very well thought out ideas, very well defined. Some of the others are not, and that's fine. That's just where we are. We still have quite a bit of time left. And maybe the simple fact is that we won't have proposals coming out of some of the focus groups, and that's absolutely fine too. You know, we want to be certain and feel passionate about any of the proposals that we do make. And so if there aren't some to make in some areas, that's fine. But we do continue to meet monthly. We do have productive meetings. And I think after February's meeting, we'll have some pretty good ideas for our trajectory. I know that there had been some thought that we were moving fast in the original kind of the original first few months, and that we may finish before the 18-month window for that subcommittee, the 18-month lifespan. I'm not sure that that's going to happen anymore, but it might. Like, we might make some quick decisions to say, hey, you know, these focus groups don't necessarily have anything that we feel passionate about. We're just going to let those go, and we're going to focus on, you know, X number of proposals coming out of the others, and be good. So so I think we'll know quite a bit more after next week's meeting, and then in our March meeting here on the HRC. We'll probably have some more media updates for everyone. Any questions, or most of you'd like to share any thoughts?
No, I think,
Oh, excuse me, sorry. I have a question. What do you foresee this committee being in place past the 18-month period?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh,
no, it can't. Or it's my understanding is that it is open for an 18-month time frame, and then proposals will be made, and the subcommittee won't exist after that. Wanda, is that correct?
Well, yes and no. I mean, as it is right now, it would not. But one of the recommendations from the subcommittee could be that it become a permanent subcommittee of the Human Relations Commission.
Oh.
So that could be something that could come from that particular subcommittee as a recommendation in the report that they're going to prepare for the Human Relations Commission to review. And then once the Human Relations Commission has reviewed it and approved it, it will then go to the City Council for their consideration.
Okay.
And information.
Okay, thank you. And I have another question. So how many subcommittee members have left the committee, and do you know why the individuals departed from the committee?
We've only had one leave, and he did not provide details, but I think it was just simple scheduling and time, that between work and other community commitments that he already had, that it was just a little bit too much on his scheduling.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely, and good question about the continuing on the subcommittee. I'm glad we got that clarified. So good stuff. Any other thoughts or questions?
I think Vice Chair Thompson had a comment.
no, I was just going to concur that what Josh has shared is really a good overview of where we're at right now. I do think that the holidays really got us, excuse me, got us off track a little bit, but I think once we start pulling together ideas onto paper this next meeting, we'll have a good indication, I think, of what the flow is going to be.
I agree. The holidays, the global pandemic, like there have been a few things that I think have kept things from rolling as quickly as it might, especially given the passionate people that we have on that committee, so subcommittee. Okay, very good. Well, if there is nothing else for the moment, then back to you, Charlie.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Price, and thank you so much for chairing that committee as well, Vice Chair Thompson, for serving as your cohort as well. And I do encourage all commissioners, if you have the time, please make yourself available to attend some of those meetings as well. All right, so with that said, we're going to now move into our committee reports. That was my chairperson updates. And so we're going to move to our committee reports. And the first committee report is Commissioner Sarton. Commissioner Sarton has not came back. So I'm going to ask staff person Jamie Walden to read her report for community relations.
Thank you, Chair Leak. Community relations, first we'll start with Trust Talks. There will be an upcoming collegiate Trust Talks this in the next couple of months. More details to come. Please keep an eye out so we can have some volunteers to help with that. The Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Young Dreamers Awards was presented at the January 18th City Council meeting. The two awardees were Greasy Beckles and Abria Armstrong. They both received their awards this week. And Showcase of Song. This year, we will be compiling a virtual Showcase of Song. We are expecting some new submissions from our musicians from the past, along with clips from previous years. Showcase of Song will air Saturday, February 19th at 1:00 p.m. After that date, you'll be able to catch it on the city's YouTube channel at any time. Thank you.
Well, we certainly can't wait for the showcase of songs. So thank you so much, Jamie. All right. The executive report. I basically gave my report through the chairperson updates. All right. So now we're going to hear from. Well, we do not have a report from the hearing board, which that's good. We're going to hear from the multicultural relations from Chair Preble.
Yes, so still the building integrated community pipeline sessions are on hold. There was a virtual pipeline session on November 17th, 2021, and it had over 75 participants present. The virtual session was geared to service providers so they can support newcomers attending the pipeline sessions when they resume. And then also on Juneteenth, meetings started this past week with Triad Cultural Arts to begin the planning for the 2022 Juneteenth celebration.
And I was on that call yesterday for the Juneteenth meeting. So it was a lot of brainstorming just to update the commission on that. So, but I was on that call last night. Thank you.
And Chair Leak and Commissioner Preble, just as an update, I think Commissioner Preble, you probably know this, but the city through the Human Relations Commission is going to maintain last year's sponsorship level as a partner, I think it's called partnership level.
Yes.
That level of sponsorship will be maintained.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was a typo for the New Horizons Fair Housing. It says Vice Chairperson Wiggins. Of course, I chair that committee. So there has not been any reporting at this time because we have not met yet, but we will be meeting soon. But I do want to update you all in regards to the eviction landlord stakeholders meetings that we do hold every once a month. And we just had one today, but I was not able to be present because of a meeting. But anyways, with that said, I am also encouraging the commissioners also to attend that meeting, and they're always at 11 a.m. to 12 noon, and it's updates in regards to the evictions as well, information about the ERAP services that are available to the residents in Winston-Salem. Because I was at the meeting this morning, Ms. Wanda, you want to update the commissioner with anything that I missed today, or any new information? Sorry.
Sure, Chair League. Actually, today's eviction diversion network meeting was canceled.
Okay.
Because the staff was in a training all day, myself included. We will be in one all day tomorrow, but so it was postponed until next Thursday at 11 a.m. via Zoom. So you didn't miss anything today.
Okay. All right. Well.
And they do meet, by the way, twice a month. It's every other week.
Yes, right. Twice a month. That's right. I'm sorry about that. All right. So I got a pass today, so we'll meet next Thursday. All right.
Kelly, I like to comment on fair housing.
Okay.
I attended the meeting, I think maybe 2 weeks prior, and the wealth of information that was shared, one is staggering, is what is happening in our community, but also that there is support and help for residents in our community. And, just the work that is being done, I'm glad to see that we're doing that, but just want to make sure that that there are ways to be able to share what is available for residents. And I think that's what I thought was one of the barriers to individuals being able to access some of the resources is, making sure people have a clear understanding of what the impact of receiving some of the benefits that they no longer be able to receive, what else is available for them. And so I found that the meeting was very informative, and just looking at how we can continue to support the residents that are going through transition during this time in our community.
And I agree as well. All right. The student relations, which is chaired by Commissioner Wiggins.
Thank you, Chair Lee. The Student Human Relations Award Banquet will be scheduled for February 24th. It will be virtual this year. The program will be aired. It starts at 7 o'clock. And we will have Principal of the Year. There will be Principal Ed Weiss from Mount Tabor to be our guest speaker. I think he's going to do a wonderful job and think he's a wonderful person to have for this climate that we're in. Also, we will have musical performances by Willie Mason and the Galilee Missionary Baptist Church. So it promises to be a really great time. Make sure you all tune in. It is always a wonderful event.
All right. Thank you so much to all of the committee chairs as well your reports as well. All right. Our director's updates. Ms. Wanda Allen.
Thank you, Chair Leak. And actually, I've pretty much done my updates already. My updates were stemming from the staff updates that we shared. We kind of moved that item towards the top of the agenda this evening. And HUD updates, we are happy to report that we have received a fair housing outreach grant from HUD that we are in the process of trying to administer. And so this outreach is really exciting. And Jamie is taking the lead on coordinating that and making sure that we are notifying the community of the fair housing work that we do and the services that are available. Jamie, did you want to share a little bit about exactly what the outreach grant entails?
Sure. We will be focusing up mainly on the Fair Housing Month, which is April. We will have social media ads that will go social media with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then also Google ads that go on websites. So that's exciting. We haven't done a full social media campaign before. We will also add some bus ads. We have some from last year, and then we're going to add more. The ones that we purchased last year are luckily still up. So we've gotten a lot out of that project. And then the third portion will be geared to the Hispanic community, and we will have Spanish ads in Que Pasa and Mia Magazine.
Thank you very much, Jamie. And Chair Leak, that's all we have for director's updates.
All right. Staff reports, fair housing and landlord tenant updates, and the diversity, equity, and inclusion updates, as well as the public accommodations and employment non-discrimination updates.
Adolfo, are you there?
I think he's trying to pull up his notes.
Yeah, it's okay. You can just give some overview.
I'm here. Sorry, I wasn't sure it was me, but you will see, commissioners, that I'm going to just talk about the December 2021 report. Our numbers are looking the way they should. By December, you will see that we have exactly 301 calls. Remember that in any given year, we will have about 650 to 700 calls. So 301 is a little bit low, but it's about right. We got better months and bad months. So probably at the end of the year, this is going to equal out. And the number of housing discrimination cases have remained at 5. That is also more or less, I think, a little bit low, but in these COVID-19 times, fair housing cases have diminished, have dropped ever since the pandemic began. We've had a little bit less HT cases than normal for some reason, when we always thought it was going to be exactly the opposite. I think that's my report, commissioners.
All right. Thank you so much. Any comments or questions from the commissioners in regards to the staff reports, and even from Ms. Wanda reports? All right. Seeing none, we do not have any new business. We've already taken care of that. You have a comment, Ms. Wanda?
Oh, Chair Lee, I'm sorry. Okay. We skipped over a couple of those Other items under staff updates?
Oh, I'm sorry. Fair housing and landlord tenant.
We just did that one, and so now we're on the next item.
I'm sorry, yeah. The diversity, equity, and inclusion updates. I'm sorry.
No problem. With the diversity, equity, and inclusion updates, I would like to invite Brittany and Shane and Myra to share what they've been working on in terms of and what we're planning to work on in terms of the equity core team, the ERGs, and compliance.
So we want to go first.
Thank you, Wanda. I will start. Currently, we have been doing a lot of consultation work with our city departments in reference to making their policies or procedures or their way of doing more fair and equitable. And that kind of falls under my job description for the Equity Assurance Administrator. However, we do have a lot of great things in store for this upcoming year, especially with having Shane on board as it relates to our programming and our training. So I will pass it over to him and he can speak a little more to just our coordinating and training and programming for the upcoming year.
So we've already discussed as a D&I kind of section of talking about training for the upcoming year, in particular looking at the protective classes and doing training around that. So we're kind of trying to finalize a calendar for that, and so our hope is to be able to push that out in the next 2 months or so to individuals. In addition, Myra and myself will start kind of working on a newsletter just to continue to educate the city about kind of what's going on and things that we're doing, as well as do an introduction of our team, who's on the equity core team, as well as some upcoming events that they can look forward to. And then on Friday, I'll be attending my first equity core team meeting with individuals from the department, and so I'm excited just to kind of learn a little bit about what they're looking for in this particular experience, and kind of figure out ways that we can continue to support them, ensuring that there can be champions about diversity, equity, inclusion in their own individual departments. Yeah, cool.
And I just want to add, we got the 2022 equity calendar published, so that's out there now, and I think that's all there updates we have, unless I missed anything. Wanda?
You're good. I think you all did a great job. So Chair Leak, that's it for the DEI division updates.
All right.
Any questions or anyone else had questions?
All right. The next item on the staff reports is the public accommodations and employment non-discrimination updates.
Hi, so we started off just, familiarizing ourselves with the ordinances. It's a lot of pages to read, so, really trying to commit that to memory so we can become the ultimate resources on it. We've also been working on creating the communication chain from the city to the complainant and respondents, getting those forms ready, doing templates for all the letters that are necessary at every step of the process. We're also working on creating training materials to educate the public so that they can both know about the ordinances if they need to, if something's happened to them and they need to report it, but also so that business owners and such can know what their responsibilities are. And we're also working on creating a plan for the rest of the year with various goals and dates so that we can have it all planned out and really hammer down what we're doing.
Thank you. Drashana, you want to say anything?
Just as Eleanor said, since those ordinances went into effect January 1, that just tasks us with getting that word out to just inform the community, the business owners, employers about those NDOs. That training material, working on that. We're also going to be working alongside the NDO subcommittee with getting some of that training material established. And Jamie's been helping us to update the website so that we can make sure that it's informative and it has the information on it that it needs. As we are developing it and coming up with those things, we're working on getting some type of form on the website so that people who want training, since it's not available yet, can be on a list so that we can reach back out to them when that material does become available. That's about it. We've been just brainstorming and running those things by Wanda to make sure that we're all in a line and we all have the same vision, and we're working towards everything to start rolling out real soon. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Wanda, you have any other comments? Ms. Wanda, you have any other comments? Okay, no comments. All right. Well, now we're at the end. Yeah, I don't think there's no new business. We've already held our elections. Thank you all so much for our commissioners who have retained their seats as committee chairs, and also congratulations again to Vice Chair Thompson. I'm looking forward to working alongside with you as well. And thank you also, commissioners, for your tenacity to continue on moving this work forward. And I was looking forward to how this year is going to turn out for the HRC, but also the Human Relations Department as well. And also thank you to Assistant City Manager Patrice Tony for joining us this evening as well. So if there are not any other comments, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, thank you. Motion by Vice Chair Thompson, second by Commissioner Price. Commissioner Preble?
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Wiggins?
Aye.
Thank you. Vice Chair Thompson?
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Price?
Aye.
And Chair Lee is aye as well. Any discussion? Any opposed? All right, I think Commissioner Wiggins and Miss Drashana and Eleanor are going out for dinner, while we're all going to have to go find us something to eat, right?
Right.
All right, till next time, everybody have a blessed night and be safe.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.